Take 3, which rarely happens. Welcome to Secret Spirit's Scotch Advent Whiskey Calendar, 5th edition, the penultimate, day 24. I have a full glass of water with which to remain hydrated. I have a clean Glencairn glass right here, and I have the sample, number 24. Might as well get into it right about here. Well, here we are. Day number 24. I don't have to look where it is. I know it's right in there. It's the only gold cap that's left. Why is this sticking? Oh, here we are. There's the gold cap right there. That's the one. That is our day 24. I'll bring it right here. I've got a tall glass of water and a glass of Glencairn, clean, ready to go. Okay, I have a confession to make. I started about 4.5 hours ago, starting watching videos, and I've had 4 drams of whiskey already in the last 4.5 hours. I started with, what was it? Oh yeah, the Heritage from, it was Canadian whiskey, Heritage from 40 Creek, followed by 2 drams of 5-year-old 90, that's 45% ABV corn whiskey from Highwood in Alberta. And the last one I had was another 40 Creek, and that was the Copper Pot, bottled at 43% alcohol by volume, and made by 40 Creek in Grimsby, Ontario. That was my warm-up. Then I thought I'd take a break. I took a break for a little while. I did a couple of chores around the house, and now I'm ready to go with this. The penultimate, the 24th sample, or 24th whiskey in the 5th edition Scotch Whisky Advent Calendar. I said it right this time. Well, here we go. Let's open it up. Don't you stick. Oh, it opens up. All the little stays let go, and like so. We'll put the whole 50 mils in the glass because I'm not saving it for anyone, nor am I saving it for myself. Okay. So get started in our little journey here. I'm kind of sad because this is the second to last journey in the series. I kind of wish this whole thing could go on all year. A different, interesting whiskey every day of the year. Now that would be some calendar, wouldn't it? An entire year calendar of 50 ml samples. Well, there's one guy who did it. Although it wasn't particularly an Advent calendar, it was his, he was doing it for charity. I think it was called a Dram a Day. We don't hear much from him now, being almost a year since he finished his series. He would do maybe one here, one there. But it was a very noble pursuit. And he got a job with a whiskey company, I guess because of it, or related to it. Such fame has not fallen upon the Quig. And it probably won't, to be frank. I'm too much of a goofball to get into the industry, I think. At best, maybe I'd get a job stocking shelves at a liquor store, or sweeping the floor, or maybe even working the till. Would they trust me with the money? I don't know. I may joke about it, but it could happen. Life is stranger than we give it credit for. I'm getting apple and cinnamon. The classic cinnamon toasty Applejack cereal. No doubt that the cereal part of it comes from some grain or malt. But it has to be produced in Scotland because it's a Scotch Whisky Advent Calendar. Quite straightforward. Cinnamon, toasty, apple. Maybe they threw another curve at me. Malty with some vanilla. Okay, we got vanilla. Still got some of that cinnamon. That apple. That maltiness, that cereal note. Now there's some vanilla joining it. Hint of spice. Not sure what spice it is. Nutmeg, perhaps? Maybe. Let's see now. What kind of leggings are we having? Oh, they are sticking to the sides quite a bit, and they are running down slowly. Aye. There were some bubbles on the sides at the very beginning. So what? Maybe give it a rough ballpark, 46 to 55%. I'm going to err in the vicinity of 55, 50. I'd say around 50, between 46 and 50 probably. Very pleasant nose. I'm getting something like oats, maybe. I think I'll give it a taste. Complex flavor, creamy mouthfeel, not overly high in ABV. I'd say around 50%. There's a bit of tingling on the sides of the tongue, but it's not unpleasant, and it's not overly tingling. Let's have a bit of water. That was a first sip. I'm imagining that the second sip will be a little less harsh, maybe a little more flavorful. What do we get on the nose again? Touch of cinnamon. The nose is not as strong as it was. Getting a little more vanilla, maybe a touch of caramel. The apple seems to have faded and moved to the side like fruit often does. And so has the cinnamon to some extent. Let's go for our second sip before adding water. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. It's a little bit spicy. It's a little bit salty. It's a little bit fruity. Whatever it is, it's very well balanced. The flavors are not exactly easy to pick apart. This could be very old. There, now I'm getting the apple again. And am I getting any other fruits besides that? No, not really. I'm getting some vanilla, bit of apple, a hint, just the mildest, slightest hint of strawberry, nearly undetectable. And now what is that? Bit of toffee. Bit of toffee. Let's get the last drops out of that. Come on, you get out of there. Very pleasant. Now, some more of that toffee, maybe a bit of chocolate. Is it dark chocolate? If this is natural color, it's probably ex-bourbon. Just guessing. Nice malty nose. Nice malty nose. I'm getting something else. It's like a little bit nutty. Or maybe I'm guessing too far. I don't know. Let's see if... Okay, one last sip before I add water. There's something a slight bit minty to it, like spearmint. And I'm not getting so much tingling on the sides of the mouth as or sides of the tongue as a minty flavor. Let's see what adding just a little bit of water is going to do to this puppy. Whoa. Hopefully that's not too much. That was about 3 standard drops. I still don't know what this is. Let's see if this brings out any nosing or flavoring, any scents or any flavors. Oh, come on, you. Oh. Oh. I think there's a lot more going on now than there was before. If anything, the scents are not as strong, but there's more of them. And they're kind of all blended together. Fruity. Granny Smith apples now, rather than like regular red apples that I was getting before. I won't be able to go down to the exact species. I can't say Red Delicious or Spartan or Ambrosia, but or Macintosh. There's definitely some Granny Smith apple. Yellow, green apples. A malty note. Some vanilla. It's not such a big event on the nose, this one. Something a little bit nutty. I would say almonds, but not necessarily a marzipan almond paste. Although you could extrapolate and go in that direction. Something slightly floral. Something smelling like those Swiss Ricola candies that's supposed to clear a sore throat or something like that. I haven't had a Ricola candy in about 30 years. So what do I know? Some vanilla. Bit of chocolate. Milk chocolate. This would pair well with milk chocolate. Like a Lindt milk chocolate. With hazelnuts. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any Lindt milk chocolate with hazelnuts. Now let's give it a taste now with some water. Oh. Creamy. There's like a custard kind of thing going on here. It's like creme brulee and custard. And then I'm getting some oakiness. Maybe I put just a tiny little bit too much water in there. I like whiskeys around 46, 48% that I can just open the cap and just pour it and not worry about adding water. I know that's a real beginner's approach. It's always nice to try with a little drop or two, see what it does. But maybe it needs to open up some more. Maybe it needs more time. I don't know. We'll see. We're at the 17.5-minute mark. Beep, right there. Creamy, custardy, not too sweet. Now I'm getting some more of that spearmint that I was getting before, right on the tip of my tongue. A little bit of tingling on the sides. Spearmint. Dry on the finish. Mouth is watering like crazy. Getting oak. Dryness of the wood. Tannins. Slight little bit of You know when you get a flavor and you're about to say it, but then it's gone and then you forget what it was? Like that. Fortunately, there's still some left. I can do this again. Malty. Malty now that it's been in the glass for a little while with some water. It's mostly the left. The right I'm not getting much. I think it's plugged up. It's not like I have a cold or anything, I'm just getting more airflow through the left. Strangely enough, I'm getting some of that mintiness right now. On the nose. Mint. It's not just a hint either. This was a delicate one. I think I put too much water in. Once again, I'm getting a little bit of that custard, but less of it. And more of those slightly bitter notes. Bitter notes and spearmint. Spearmint, once again, right on the tip of my tongue as it fades and fades. Minty spearmint. What is this? Inchmurrin, aged 21 years, single malt Scotch whisky, distilled in 1996. Cask type Sherry Hogshead. Cask number 407, Region Highland. 45.2% alcohol by volume. Well, I thought the alcohol by volume was a little higher. I thought it was in around 50. About 45.6. It's in the ballpark, if it's a big enough ballpark. 21-year-old Inchmurrin. So the inability, or my inability, to pick out flavors and say, this is apple, this is plum, this is raisins, that is figs, and that is dates. My inability to do that points at the age where, you know, different flavors kind of marry together and you don't know where one flavor ends and the next begins. And it is a pleasant dram, but like any older whiskey, it's a little delicate with the water. It doesn't take much. And it's probably expensive if you were trying to get a whole bottle of this. I don't know what to say in conclusion. It's been a trip. It's been a slice. And this one is from Secret Spirits. Very, very pleasant whiskey. Very pleasant whiskey. I'm going to enjoy what's left of this. And maybe next time I'll add a little less water. Slancha.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.